Hello, dear friends. You are watching the channel Universe and Nature. Today we'll explore 25 interesting facts about Earth together. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're here for the first time. Grab something tasty and let's go. All planets, except for Earth, are named after Roman and Greek gods. Only Earth has different names in various languages. In ancient Greek, the name for Earth coincided with the name of the goddess Gaia. From there, it made its way into other words related to our planet: geology, geolocation, and so on. Many words also come from the Latin name for Earth, terra. For example, terrarium, terraforming, terrace. The Earth is shaped like a sphere, but for a long time, people did not suspect this. The radius of the Earth is so large that to a person on its surface, the Earth seems flat. One can only visually confirm that the Earth is spherical from space, rising to an altitude of more than 100 kilometers above the surface. As a result, for a long time, people believed that the Earth was flat. The first to speak about the spherical shape of the Earth, according to historical records, was the ancient Greek mathematician Pythagoras, who lived about 2,500 years ago. A person of average height, standing on a plane, can see objects at a distance of about 4 to 5 kilometers. More distant objects are hidden behind the horizon, but if one climbs a very high mountain, they can see for hundreds of kilometers around. The Earth is part of the solar system and, along with other planets, orbits the Sun. However, for a long time, people believed that the Earth was at the center of the universe, with the Sun and other planets revolving around it. In medieval Europe, heretics who thought otherwise could even be burned at the stake by the Inquisition. The Earth is the third planet from the Sun, after Mercury and Venus. The distance from the Earth to the Sun is 150 million kilometers. The Earth is not the largest among all the planets in the solar system, but it is the largest of those that have a solid surface. Other such planets are Mercury, Venus, and Mars, and all these planets belong to the terrestrial group. The Earth is the only planet in the solar system where life has been discovered. Why is there life on Earth, but not on other planets? There are several reasons for this. Firstly, the Earth is not too close to the Sun, so it is not too hot here, and not too far away, so it is not too cold. Secondly, the Earth has a dense atmosphere and a magnetic field that protects it from cosmic radiation. Thirdly, there is a lot of water on Earth, which is in liquid form. The age of the Earth is just over 4.5 billion years. The Earth formed soon after the Sun from a cloud of gas that was rotating around it. The Earth has a satellite called the Moon. Modern scientists believe that the Moon formed from the debris that resulted from the collision of the Earth with another large planet. The molten rock fragments ejected into space after the collision first orbited our planet, and then coalesced to form the Moon. This happened about 4.5 billion years ago. Shortly after its formation, the Moon was only 60,000 kilometers away from the Earth. At that time, it looked enormous and created gigantic tides on the Earth. But over time, the Moon has moved away from the Earth and now is at a distance of 384,000 kilometers. After its formation, the Earth was very hot and its surface consisted of molten rock. However, over time, the rocks hardened. The oldest rocks that have survived to this day are about 4.2 billion years old. Life on Earth appeared about 4 billion years ago, but for a long time it existed on our planet only in the form of microorganisms. The first complex multicellular organisms, which we could see without a microscope, appeared only about 700 million years ago. Natural conditions on Earth have changed dramatically throughout its history. Our planet has experienced periods of extreme heat and complete glaciation. The composition of the atmosphere has changed significantly as well. For most of its existence, a human could not have survived on the surface of the Earth without a spacesuit. Although the surface of the Earth is solid, most of the material of our planet is in a liquid state. The thickness of the solid Earth's crust ranges from 5 to 10 kilometers under the oceans and up to 70 kilometers under mountain ranges. Beneath that, there are molten rocks. The closer one gets to the center, the denser and hotter the material becomes. At the center of the Earth, the temperature reaches 6,000 degrees Celsius, similar to the surface of the Sun. The pressure at the Earth's center exceeds 300 billion pascals, which is 3 million times greater than atmospheric pressure. The Earth's crust is not solid. It consists of separate pieces called lithospheric plates. These plates move relative to one another at a speed of several centimeters per year. This may seem slight, but over millions of years, this movement significantly alters the appearance of the Earth. Continents and oceans appear and disappear. New mountain ranges arise specifically at the boundaries between lithospheric plates, where the crust is thinnest. Most earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur in these areas. Due to the movement of lithospheric plates, the land on Earth periodically divides into separate continents or converges into one large continent. The last time a large continent, Pangaea, existed on Earth was about 200 million years ago. We are lucky. We live in a fairly calm time. While in the past, the movement of tectonic plates led to the outpouring of huge amounts of lava and the release of greenhouse gases. 250 million years ago, due to such an event, lava flooded much of the territory of modern Siberia, and the resulting global warming led to the extinction of 90% of all species of living beings. Nevertheless, the movement of tectonic plates benefits living organisms. How, you may ask? The thing is that volcanic eruptions constantly enrich the Earth's surface with mineral substances. Without this, over time, all useful nutrients would be washed away into the ocean, the soil would become exhausted, and the land would turn into a desert. Most of the deposits of natural resources on Earth were formed as a result of the activity of living organisms. This applies not only to coal and oil, but even to deposits of iron ore and gold. Today, the Earth makes one rotation around its axis every 24 hours. However, the rotation speed of the Earth is gradually slowing down. For example, according to calculations, 1.5 billion years ago, the duration of a day was only 18 hours, and at the very beginning, after the formation of the planet, it was even less. Due to the rotation of the Earth, each point on the surface at the latitude of London moves at a speed of 950 kilometers per hour, while at the equator, it's as much as 16674 kilometers per hour. For this reason, the closer the cosmodrome is to the equator, the easier it is to launch a spacecraft into space. The Earth's rotation speed adds to the rocket's speed, and the closer to the equator, the greater the increase will be. Usually, people do not notice the rotation of the Earth, although it is precisely this that causes the alternation of day and night, and leads to the circular movement of stars in the night sky. However, the rotation of the Earth can be visually demonstrated. The first experiment that clearly proves the Earth's rotation was conducted by the French scientist Foucault. For this, he used a pendulum on a very long string and set it in motion. Due to the rotation of the Earth, the plane in which the pendulum oscillated gradually turned. And also, due to the rotation of the Earth, any moving body is affected by the Coriolis force, which tends to deflect it sideways. In the northern and southern hemispheres, this force acts in different directions, although its effect is hardly noticeable on a small scale. It has a significant impact on the movement of air and water masses. For example, in the northern hemisphere, all cyclones rotate counterclockwise, while in the southern, they rotate clockwise. Currently, the axis of the Earth's rotation is tilted to the plane of its orbit at an angle of 23.5 degrees. Because of this, at latitudes greater than 23.5 degrees, the Sun is never at zenith, and at latitudes greater than 67.5 degrees, polar day and polar night can be observed. At the North and South poles, the Sun does not set for about 6 months, and then does not rise for the next 6 months.